blasted book.
Which song should we listen to?
All of them. You put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but...
It wasn't as straightforward?
Yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a... So...
A fried mortress of skyworm. Recipe seemed only...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Kindly old fella who haunts...
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. And if he does, I'll see if I can find...
You do that.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. The ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having to... Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I don't like... They were in the atrium when I last...
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind.
Ah, Valicia, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to...
That's actually why I'm here. I don't...
Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. Their ground livers being the paste from which...
Dragon livers. How very Sambraquois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very colour of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I may add...
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other.
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me a bite once the dish is...
Who's that sulking over there?
Trouble with your gear, or... What's saying Fornian, dear? Should last you a good while. No scratches, right? Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later.
I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble and...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usual focus agents. But she'd never do business with baddies. I wanted to ask she'd...
Don't worry. Of course. Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day. Rutherford. Well... I spoke with Lady...
But...
No, but Pete...
That's a...
You...
Oh, boy.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less for us?
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching young men.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell...
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long...
We're sorry.
But we didn't...
Just...
Miss...
admit...
Well, you... So let's have a... All right. Everything here was once part of Miss... Every piece has its own role to play. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. The body. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do, but these aren't for frying. But what?
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride?
I'll think about it. Now...
Hold things!
Good thinking. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledale's dungeon is full.
She puts them in all...
That's right.
I remember the...
Not my fault. You shouldn't have...
You know what part's supposed to move, so...
Not a bad idea. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the body, and then...
Very good.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was...
That's right. We're Miss Middledale's hares.
Her hair?
Yeah. Hares for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Middledale and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't...
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are cruel?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Let me help.
Well,
It was as you thought. The children had the scale. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully, she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry. I shall see...
Please, there's no need. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war... To anyone else it would be an opportunity. But to Mid, who lost both her parents to war. But that should come as no surprise.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more than that.
were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dealt with.
To the meadows, then.
Faster!
Pockety said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard are strapped.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price. Be they knight. Says the more swords and spears, and the more war being and who? Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this?
Aye, you'll find her.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market. But if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper,
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store?
Good question.
And I'll visit this store.
All right.
You too, Goots.
The gentleman of the town guard is back.
What a mess.
Where do we even start?
You fought very bravely.
We would have been lost.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So,
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Stay down.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what...
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have... He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts.
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in... But then you turned... Well, Go on, then.
You're not worth the effort. Now, Big... I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me and stop spreading them horrible
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life, and that loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. And I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? Only with your... run along now.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I'll promise me you won't, or I'll kill you, miss!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking up? The whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in me fair, though it was just bogus. I thought that you... What was it we called you? Wet.
You... everything that... It was all... And now you'll finally pay for what...
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of... You'll have to go through...
Fuck!
You great... Out of the way, I can handle... So, what you remember what you... An eye for an eye? Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time... Sorry to keep...
Is he...
Dad, it's an easy going through life, one eye short of it. After all,
You don't...
Oh, don't tell me. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him so I took some of my own. But he crossed a line, dragging poor Goots into it. He didn't he?
No, but...
Oh, if he does, best we take some... Right.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
My lord Marquis, is that... It is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford.
Of course.
Yes. The gears of Governor...
Let's see. Only that's... It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic.
bandits maybe.
Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy? The gentleman of the town guard.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master, so you can...
Please!
I'll deal with this.
Thank...
You that one's master, then?
Or you can...
Oh, you're more than welcome. He hasn't had many... Finished.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Many times.
You're one of...
Well, I arrived, his men...
The captain is no more. And his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't...
Those who...
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find...
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened to... You... They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many...
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to...
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the Duke.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene.
The garrison have their hands full. There are few hands left. The market stalls are nearly bare. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Pistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed...
I only happen to be in the right place at the... They both seem to think...
I am afraid Storm isn't... And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle.
As it is mine.
So, did you have that word?
I did, and he was as helpful as...
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of sky. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. It is a tour de force.
I think he liked...
I can't quite...
Decent. Sit. I'll give us...
Thank...
There's nothing...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside? Sid's best invention. Huh. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest. Before he vanished, that is.
Well,
possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee, unless you mean the orchestra. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise those two and their bloody...
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are cruel?
Who's that?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There.
You fixed it! Sid, he more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said it was... Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after?
No, we're not the Prince's keepers.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are not much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back, though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to...
And if that fails, try to stay alive.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one. So, try and...
Well,
all right.
She can't kick this up much longer. Glory to Griga. There you are.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy work. I've tried offering to see...
Well,
I want we so if
Oh,
no, you... Them... You... I just... bring...
Thank you.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be...
Sid! Heard you were in Canva fetching young Ned.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less for us?
Bloody hell, Clive. That remains to be seen. August and the...
Come on, if it weren't the ring, and it was... Memory?
There is...
Don't.
If it that ring, if we apprenticed together.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in the ring, brought it all back. Bastard's improved, though. Wouldn't I?
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even.
So what? You're an armourer, not a jeweller.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village fort. My armour keeps you lot safe, and my sword, as far as I'm concerned, because the... And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Salt.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy.
Then just this once. Swallow your... keeping the cut, provided you can...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you're...
All right.
Magic. So...
In Dravosht. What?
Dravosht, eh? Just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? And I'll make sure Black...
Good luck with that.
Realm's crops are all being harvested.
Sid! I'm going to... That is correct. As for what? How about...
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates?
Chief's orders.
Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No.
Long time no see.
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right, just... don't go starting anything with the chief. Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravosht. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of it. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out.
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But
all right.
I appreciate he'll be near the forge on the hill.
Forge on the...
good luck.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama, why hasn't Papa...
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. You're not welcome here. Get out.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's travelled a long way to see. He's waiting.
Then I suggest you take him with you.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can... Oh. And if you're struggling to find your way out, that prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief,
Let me guess.
As a personal favour to him.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village?
I left. Dravosht. There are two kind, my kind, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just, and the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravosht in half had he gone.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravosht prospered without me and my loft until the crystals run.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways.
Thanks to his sword.
You know what? What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault. Clive, Dravosht won't zone, the way I see it.
Hold on, Black. Sid made them, and you'd be
All right, this place, Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal. Dravosht, wouldn't you agree? Or
Of course. It's like hearing Sid speak.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plant?
I know I'm off by it. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man. Do us a favour. And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamanders. I need leather for... Luckily for us.
Time for us. Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's make this quick, shall we? This won't be easy. Too slow. I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding?
Nothing I couldn't.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal.
You know what this means?
I do.
Sorry. Take that thing you built us is an honest to God's marvel. You saved of it.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our fort. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. I've always envied. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But he took all his talent and left. Is it any wonder I hate his...
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. These things take but one man. I reckon he's gonna be...
See that you both...
All right.
straight home now. Just any more, could it? All right then. was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard. To fight. Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. Hopefully one won't be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Thank goodness. Yeah, wasn't him.
How are you feeling? He's going to... The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. To treat the wounded with my... But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the truth.
An art we would be lost with.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite.
And a kindness, Cid.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer, so... A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his... I've no tears left. I've seen too many of my friends. Something, and we need to be the one.
And we will.
I hope so.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to...
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching young Ned.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less for us?
Gentlemen.
Yeah, well, we didn't want it. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pico Cinder, how'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to...
Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting. There's no greater honor. I'm not about to go... And if that helped, what was he? Sounds like I bet...
It's good to see you back on.
I don't know. But I'm grateful. Now, where was I?
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
A little healthy
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be. No use grumbling about Blackthorn's happy.
Sid.
Here.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively... It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens.
I'm glad I could be...
You've not only helped us sit. Do you recall the extract with which I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorate. You must accept this phial as thanks for your assistance.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were might be they weren't just tape. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I had to satisfy them one day. Said he'd give me access to a realm.
Was it?
Yeah. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me. Why, I reckon. And that's when he had. And the rest, a dozen years. But I can say, you've all shown
that there are.
So don't you... Clive. Coin purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
So what do I owe the honour? So, will it be? That it? Fine.
Right, Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aine is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Alex! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come!
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
For
Join me, Lord Rosfield. I'll take care of these fuckers.
Behind you, I'll have you know Earthbreaker here once struck fear into the heart of every man in the cliffs.
I thought you said that ship was fast!
Yes! Well, she gets going, but that takes time! So if you fancy giving them a push, you may use the old second gas.
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Ogre Killer next?
I thought it was called Heartbreaker.
Don't let the clappers you can. We're held to pay and I'll be standing back going first.
To me, Flames!
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain? Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my axe? No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate! New plan! You leave! We follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eddie's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall. Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I've brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal. It's over.
In your own time, Clive!
Right, run for it! Now, mate!
All right, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Oh, ooh. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Greek of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord. Between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye! Do you feel that?
Jill.
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The a bond of consciousness which joins them, condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Griego's gosh!
Barnabas.
Harder port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never.
I'll find her.
Bloody hell! How to stop it!
There he is! The king wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra shepherd!
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands. Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
punished then.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. Defend yourself! All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the blight. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man. How dare you? You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. Sway you. There are other means of persuasion that might. Cast off your chains. Laser guard. Mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon. Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation? And abandon everything we hold dear?
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours. And not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it
good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. If I'm to continue on, having pledged my life to those I love, then I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill, we will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you Clive. That I will be there, no matter what he must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been part of Brothers Tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randall. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that...
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague.
We're running out of time. We've done our best to shore up that hide still.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Heard the bad news then.
What bad?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. Well,
and
the...
No.
Yeah.
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
I is that only trap panel. We've got a couple of examples here.
More fallen material. So this smelter is similar to the Mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. And what's more, their direction we've collected.
So you want me?
That's it. But only there's one up and another in the Silent South over in Dalmet.
All right.
We'll do.